I'm currently serving in an English ward, but I was on exchanges in a Spanish ward with two elders. They had received a referral a few weeks ago. They tried to go by and said they knew her friend, and her friend said to go and talk to her. And she said no, that she wasn't interested. So we decided to go back a few weeks later. We knocked on the door, and she answered the door, and I was able to do what we had been taught. I told her we were representatives of Jesus Christ. We had come in de parte de él. We had come in his place to bless her and her family, as well as their home. We asked if we could come in, and she immediately said yes. We introduced ourselves. She said her name was Antonia. We told her that if there was anyone else in the home, we'd like to bless them as well, so to gather everyone together. And she brought out her daughter and 4 grandkids, the 4 that were home. And we knelt down. We found kind of near the couch, we knelt down and began to bless each of them by name, with specific blessings according to their age and what it seemed like they needed. The Holy Ghost provided the inspiration. As we stood up, just as we had been taught, we sat back down on the couch, and she sat down and said, "Are you going to teach us about the scriptures?" And at that moment, I wanted to kind of like look around, like, where are the cameras? Because we had seen the role play, and to me, it seemed like it was fake. It was just, it all happened just like they said it would. And we taught them the whole first lesson. We taught them about the restoration, and each of them wanted a Book of Mormon. Even the grandkids were all excited to read. And so we gave them Book of Mormons and said, "Okay, we'll be back here on Saturday to teach you more." And they said, "Great." And we also knew that there was an activity the next day in their ward. And so we said, a member is going to come here to invite you to an activity. And we would love to see that. And the grandma started going off about how her grandkids needed better friends and how the church activities would provide that for them. And we just saw it work perfectly. And then we had her close with the prayer, and she was able to close by saying the prayer. And when we stood up to leave, we walked out, and the first thing we did as we got in the car is we called the member, and the member said she'd go by either that night or the next morning to invite her to the activity. And then we ended the exchange, but the elders let me know that she did go to the activity, so it was great.